Tell you what, where I come from,
And mine is Kenya.
tell you what, where I come from,
Oh, so warm and wild and free.
90% if not 100% of the people use motorcycles to move from one place to another, whether to the place of work, excursions, or just out and about as a taxi. They call it the border in my country, and listen to this very carefully. Only a few know about the origin of the word border. But allow me to let the cat out of the bag. The word border comes from the English words shouted by drivers, border. To say the least, Collins and Macmillan dictionaries define the term border as a bicycle taxi or a bicycle rider in charge of a motorcycle. In fact, the 9th edition of the Oxford Dictionary has adopted border as an English terminology. It turns out that in the early days of transport between Kenya and Uganda, the word emerged in Busia, where bicycle riders would ferry people from different areas in the country to the market in Busia. Anyways, I almost got carried away with this border thing.
Border.
What was I going to talk about? Oh yeah, the kill switch. The border kill switch.
But my land is Kenya.
Welcome to my channel. My name is Victor, the author of the File Soldier series of novels. Now, on the 16th of July 2013, at Sophia Estate within Taita Taveta County, a man called Francis Mwangwa, jointly with others, stole a Haoji motorcycle registration number KMCY 064A, valued at Kenya shillings 86,500, the property of one Mr. Jackson Mwalimu. Now, the trial court found the appellant guilty as charged. Under Section 278A of the Penal Code, a person convicted of theft of a motorcycle shall serve a sentence of 4 years and a maximum of 7, as established in the trial court. Well, I'm not quite sure if that's what really happened to the accused. All that I'm aware of is that stealing of motorcycles is quick business in Kenya. But what if I told you there was a way of preventing thieves from stealing yours? Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the antidote to that. The kill switch. Of course, not of the kind that John Taylor is just about to deploy against Mr. Silverstein, the sniper shooter who has gone rogue. A kill switch is essentially a mechanism used to shut down or disable a device or program. Its purpose is to prevent theft of a machine or data or shut down machinery in an emergency. But how does it work? Take this thought down in order. First off, the purpose of this switch is to prevent people from stealing your motorcycle. If the switch is flipped off, there is no way anyone is going to be able to ignite the bike. They can try push starting, or even if they have the keys, it still would never start. The only thing they would do is probably carry it away. Now, it all starts at your local electronics shop. Okay? Now, purchase a basic switch. Find some wires and a wire stripper of this kind. A wire stripper, a rework station, some heat shrink, and some spade connectors. Pretty much what you need. So the process is simple. Open the side cover to expose the battery, expose the fuse, and cut the wires as shown, because this is where we are going to run new wires to the switch, wherever you want it hidden. Now strip and expose the wires like so. Slide your heat shrink in, get your spade connector and slide it right on, and press it in with a stripper. You can solder the spade connector on if you wish to do so, but that is not necessary. You plug it onto the switch and slide the heat shrink down onto the connector. Heat it a little so it gets firm. Do the same with the other wire so it looks like so. Then you can now choose where you want to install the switch. Hide it so nobody knows where it is, otherwise a thief will flip it on and the bike will fire. The top right wire comes from your hidden switch and connects to the original fuse. The other original wire is on the left side, so reroute it so it connects to the other side of the switch. Now reconnect the wires like so, then get the original fuse wires and join them like so. Now that way the circuit is complete and your kill switch should be working. So right now the switch is off, so the bike is not starting. Then we flip it on and voila, the bike starts. The implant surgically inserted in John Silverstein's brains seems to work the very same way as the kill switch afore explained. The one only thing is that you realize a code has to be dialed on a cell phone so the circuit completes. So let's see what happens next. So ladies and gentlemen, we proceed from where I left in the previous episode. Shifting the .600 automatic to my right hand, I lowered onto the floor, stretched out and squeezed through the little door. "Mr. Silverstein," I barked. I stepped out onto the rooftop and waited in silence. Then I heard a voice reply, "Who is out there?" My feet took a surprise feat of trembling. I sprang and kept still. The staircase creaked. The stepping was distant, submerged into a violent pace. The lights above flickered, casting a shadow over the parking zone east of the generator housing at the rooftop. I dived flush onto the rugged floor. 1, 2, 3, I calculated. Then I darted into a 2-meter-high metallic tank. The sniper stopped short, took quick glances at his wristwatch and sprang onto his feet. "You touched the wrong dial, whoever you are," he said. A glimpse and caught at the subject's face underscored a man whose every second counted. Such a man would never be subdued in a brief combat. But I was patient. I waited, stock still, like a wolf waiting to pounce at prey. Ladies and gentlemen, that marks the end of my today's episode. Up until the next one, goodbye, auf Wiedersehen.